it's you. Come on in and join us.
Hey, y'all, it is Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Day, and this one was sent to us by our WithPack member, Josue from New Jersey.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, join the WithPack, a cool group of folks hanging out in the live chat, and they'd love to meet you.
They would, and for our mention today, we wanted to show you some of our star jellies that live in our den. We usually get the aftershaves per episodes, but we wanted to give these some love here too.
Y'all, they do not do traditional bombs at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. They do a hybrid between an alcohol splash and a bomb, and they are called star jellies. Now, here's the thing for me. I love these in scents that were originally in a creamy form to start with. So something like suntan lotion for the beach, love it. Something like cold spices for Old Spice had kind of a creamy texture to it. That's why I love my star jellies, so I can totally relive the whole experience. And y'all, I love the little bracing sense this gives you when you put it on, and then it dries down to this beautiful protective skin stuff like a balm would.
Which is perfect because this fall weather, you get that kind of drier side sometimes, and these are really fun to just grab and throw in, and they smell real good too.
Just sometimes you want a creamier texture. So what's our soap today?
Our soap today is Harvest Moon, which is perfect for this fall weather, we have heard. And Josue, as soon as he got his nose on it, sent us a message, it's on its way.
Yeah, y'all, he loved it so much, he found out we had not covered it yet. He was like, well, I can't have that. And he sent us a set. Thank you, buddy. We are so grateful. Let's meet the soap. Y'all, I was looking at this sales page and I am excited because we were talking to Will at Barrister & Mann. And one of the reasons he is a perfumer today is a cologne called Zing. D-Z-I-N-G.
Yeah, right.
And it's the smell of the circus, including a fecal note of the elephants. And the reason that he loves it, that's where he and his dad used to go. It was like a vacant lot circus when he was growing up, right?
So sweet.
So I love that this starts with New Mexico, 1947, small town carnival, and going on from the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
A calliope riffs in the background, ungrounded as the untamed notes whirl like sand devils drifting, unguided into the twilight. There is an energy, a pulse, an electricity to the smoky, dusty, active, arid air. A charge, a mystery, a secret.
Miles outside the town limits, an event takes place, a mingling of space and time, a blurring of liquid reality. An accidental curiosity touches down, lost time on a lover's lane lit up. The desert seems to burn without heat, to breathe without breath.
A sensual mood seeping through the cracks of one world into the next. A saucer sifting through the weave of a breadbasket. An innocence still as a gasp held back. Riddled with questions, rhetorical answers. A blanket, a veil. Festive paper lanterns festooned. A secret witnessed by a smug, conspiring harvest moon.
Festoon.
Okay.
Dark and complex as Alphine or Tombstone, but easily as classic as Cad. Quite possibly a Barbershop of Mars.
Wow.
Scent. Y'all open the hatch, drop the ladder. We are taking this UFO to Roswell. Let's open the box. Oh, he did send us 2 sets. Thank you, buddy. This is the second one. There it is.
Look, you can
at
see
that.
the carnival.
At first, when I was scrolling by, I thought that was an apricot. It's not. It's a big red moon.
Or Mars. It says, Blue Jacket Bop Robin 2. What does that mean? Is that a hint? I need help.
And this is the special foamy paper that tells you your aftershave is gonna get there just fine.
That might be the one I almost opened trying to find the other one. So see if there's... Oh, no, the space is still
there's
there.
my
Okay.
favorite confetti. There we go.
Oh, but then it
Look at
says...
the little sunburst pattern.
These say different things.
Wait, what?
Blue
It does.
Jacket Bop Robin 2 to Clog Jumper. Are these rides? What's happening?
Yeah, I don't know. We need to Google these. Mysteries
intriguing.
and wonders are hiding inside of this. So. All right, I think it's ready for our autumnal first impression.
Marcus is going to be brave and go on the ride first today.
I'm going to take this in, y'all. I am excited. Well, I just love little small towns and the things that come and go for their entertainment. It just harkens back to life in this country when vaudeville was in the cities and the circuses were in the small towns.
Right. And even now, I feel like when you do those things, everyone has their phones out. It's all worried about catching it instead of just being in the moment, smelling the things.
You ever seen those pictures of the crowd at a Metallica concert in 1985 and then in 2005? Y'all, they're all staring at a screen, the same screen they stare at all day long. Don't get me started.
Let's go to a carnival.
All right, here we go. I'm taking it in, y'all. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's a lovely pour for those of you that like to analyze the color of such things. All right, here we go. The shaken clam.
It's the Marcus way. Oh. He's places. Hold on.
Whoa.
I'm glad you caught that face on camera for how sway there.
It's a vibe.
Okay.
It's a place.
Oh.
It's a real place.
Not on Mars. We're there.
No, y'all.
Okay.
I feel like I've been here.
Oh.
Whoa.
Give him a minute. Hold on.
This is extraordinary. Hold on. Whoa.
Words are hard sometimes.
All right, y'all. For some of my absolute favorites, and somehow PAA seems to just be masters at this. I love letting my nose find a note that it knows and letting it draw me in. And then when I think that I'm going to be able to follow that note down, that note, while I'm holding onto it, morphs into something different, morphs into a middle note, so that when I look up at it, all of a sudden it's different. My traveling companion has changed and we're going somewhere new. At first, I get the sense of a tobacco that is at the moment it is being lit with a wooden match. And then just as quickly as if a breeze comes in the other direction, it's gone. And I'm left more standing in that vacant lot where the carnival has just pulled out of town.
Oh, after.
And y'all, I grew up in Rodeo, California, where in front of St. Patrick's Elementary School every year there was a giant vacant lot and a real old school carnival would pull into town, the kind that gave away goldfish. Like, not the crackers, actual goldfish in little plastic baggies, right? And there was just something about that very next morning when you were standing there in an empty lot going, wait a minute.
Did that
8
happen?
hours ago, this place was bustling. This was my Disneyland. And now there is nothing but an empty lot and a few cigar butts. And there is just like something magical about knowing that it was here. Even when I drive by it now, I still have that sense in me of like, it was here. It happened,
I know it happened.
Right? Much like Roswell must feel to those who saw the bodies. So there is something phenomenally bright and in the lighter sides of this, not in intensity, but the lighter, sweeter spices. But it kind of gives me the sense of like night is falling. It's not too sweet. It's not too bossy in its personality, but it's the sense of twilight when you can just see that first couple of stars coming out.
That's kind of on the label. It does look like it's kind of like that dusky kind of time.
A giant moon behind the Ferris wheel. Okay, wait, there's a little bit more.
There's still more. Strap in.
There is something delightfully gourmandy in this, but it is only 5%.
I was going to ask
just enough to wake up your senses, but whoa. Well, at a little carnival, there would be a ton
That's why I was curious. Like something sweet, candied, you know, that's all about that.
Or corn dogs or something. And just the sense of the trees as the leaves begin to turn, they have a certain spice to them when that happens. And that is evident here. The magic in this is the tobacco. And I bet you there are 2 different versions of it because this is a giant back and forth tug of war that's happening.
Is it like the tobacco that's kind of in Malbo's, like more the sweeter candy?
That might be one of them, but that's the very subtle one. The more spicy one is the way more prominent one.
Okay.
But there's a lighter side of it that keeps your nose moving. And I think that's why I said when you look up, your traveling companion is different. Right? Okay, wait, hold on. There's one more thing hiding in here. Okay, somewhere between the tobaccos and what I am almost sure is a delicate, beautiful floral. They are creating the sense of a fruit, but it's not there. So the same way that like leather or cigars can hint at an apricot, that's what is happening for me in this. And somehow, prevalent over the top of all of it is somebody really dapper and mysterious, but there is a clean sense to this. So that when I take this in, it's not the spices. It's the put togetherness. It's the cleanness of this.
I got like the visual of like the ringleader, the guy that like starts the circus or something.
Right. Nothing soapy, nothing cologne-y. Just a supernatural clean. Well, supernatural. Just a supernatural clean scent.
Interesting. But how they finished off the description, it said it could almost be like a cat or something else. Like, is it in like the Mars Barbershop?
Right. Well, hold on a second. No, this is closer to the Alphine, the way that was put together, more than cat. I don't recognize this in any like classic aftershave or product. This is a place, this is new, this is a vibe. I bet Fran's hand is in this a bit. Fran does marvelous things with tobacco. I don't know how better to describe this. I'm getting a sense of smoke that's not smoke. It doesn't smell smoky. It doesn't smell like cigarettes or tobacco or cigars or anything like that, or anything that you would burn.
You can see like the dry ice effect,
but
like
somehow there's something smoky in it. You know, my brain almost, if you could see like a little farm in Virginia and they're burning leaves and it has more of a maple sense than it does a smoky sense. That's the picture I'm getting. Wow.
It's a good picture, clearly.
Autumnal and seasonal and beautiful. You whip this out in July. We're going to have to make a phone call. This is absolutely about September, October, November. It is perfect. All right. I need you to smell this.
But
you might get something totally different.
Right?
It is one of those kind of seesaw smells where like if you follow certain things in, you'll get one thing. But if you follow other things in, it's going to take you to a whole different building. I'm very curious what you're going to get when you smell this.
But do you see why Josue sent it our way now?
Y'all, this is absolutely unmissable. There is nothing in the PAA catalog that is like this, but it is a lane that needed filling for me. Because it's almost like what North meets East is doing for gourmands, that's doing for tobaccos and autumnal spices. Unreal. Okay. Take it.
All right. I'm excited. Let's see. Oh, wow. There's something oddly familiar about this. I think you said that too. I'm not sure what that is.
I did remember sort of being somewhere that smelled like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's almost like something that my grandma used to have. I don't know if it was like an incense kind of thing that's coming through.
It wouldn't be like a product. It would be something like that. An incense or something, right?
Because you were saying it's smoky, but it's not. And I'm almost getting... I don't know if that's incense or something, but I'm picturing, at the carnival, they always have the person that reads like the tarot cards and the whatever, like set up. Like something in that mystery lane, maybe.
We do live near Berkeley, where back in the days where certain things were way more illegal than they are now, there were those like accoutrements shops that would have that certain sort of vibe to the scent. It wasn't necessarily like a cannibal's smell, but it was just something rich and slightly smoky and perfumey, and like I don't know how to better describe it.
I think my brain always thought when I was little that was like an incensey smell, but I think it has a little herbs happening. Like there's something happening, and I get it here. It's not cannibals, and it's not too earthy.
And I don't smell like that smell, but I smell that coziness. I smell that vibe in this.
Just a little whiff. But I think, like you were saying, you followed a familiar scent in, and my brain was like, I'm having deja vu. What am I smelling? Is that what I think it is? So that's how I got it.
But something as complex as that smell, and it's one of the most complex smells I know.
And I see what you're saying. It's like something that's could be a floral or a fruit or a something that's just keeping it on the lighter side. It may be like an orange blossomy something, or like, it's the blossom of a fruit tree. Like it's not its own thing, but somehow revamped, or like how with the hydrosols that sometimes they create some magic. It's something like that. It's not the normal zone you think it is.
And I kind of sense it as almost like when you're building a model railroad and you have two pieces of track that need a joiner.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the joiner sense. It's so that the tobacco and the richer spices can like be friends and create a journey for you so that you don't have to slow down between one and the other.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting because I think you said a peach and I'm getting more of an apricot or something. Like I am getting that color. I don't know what's creating that.
Somewhere inside the tobacco and the spices are giving me that fruity sense of things. And I'm not sure if there's a fruit note in this. I haven't looked yet.
No. And it's not cotton candy and it's not dry ice, but it is that like white smoky something. I don't know what that is.
If you could combine cotton candy and dry ice, that is right, because the smokiness isn't like a bitter tobacco sort of smoke. It's a very pleasing. Something like that.
I don't know what that is, but that's what I'm getting. I'm not getting anything green necessarily.
No, me neither.
That's something that often comes up, and I'm not getting that like woodsy green kind of vibe.
No
as
leaves,
much.
no plant stem, none of that.
Yeah, none of that sign. It's a fun character. Like I feel like there's nothing pokey in this scent. They're all gentle, kind of hidden messages happening.
Right. I don't get the sense of like the ringmaster from this. I get the sense that, like, over there, next to the fire, is the old guy that owns the circus, right? And he's just kind of keeping an eye on things, but for some reason his back is to the action. And you have to go tap him on the shoulder. Slightly mysterious, slightly vintage, slightly smoky, slightly two different kinds of tobacco I think are going on in here. That's this for me. Like somebody with mystery to them swears this.
It's funny. Now that you've been saved tobacco, I forgot you'd even mentioned that. Hold on.
I think there's two different kinds. I think you have the tobacco from Miami Libre. And Malbouche, I am sensing that in there. But that's not the star. That's not the tobacco. That's hidden. The main player. Right. They are the supporting cast.
They are in the background.
But I think it's two. I think it's two different tobaccos in there.
And I'm not getting, I mean, I have no idea when we read this list, it could be anything, but I'm not getting, I know what I'm not getting. I'm not getting like the leathers. I'm not getting the, like the forward runners that you normally would run to. So I do feel like when you said that it could be like an Alphine thing, like it's literally creating its own vibe with its own essential things that are just creating that for you.
What Alphine did for Rose, for me, this does for tobacco. That may be the best way to say it.
But it's the lightest, prettiest tobacco I've ever smelled. Like it's that kind of, you know, sometimes it's like a cherry tobacco or something. I'm getting the other stuff that goes with it.
Francis, if you could make tobacco feminine, is that what we have in Harvest Moon? Very well could be. Now, this is not a feminine scent, I don't think. But I think the tobacco inside of it might be.
And I feel like I'm getting the prettiest laundry musk something that we've ever had. And it's so snuck in there. I don't even know it's there.
100%. How did I miss that?
Like I'm sensing like vintage costumes that, or like the tent of the circus, like something.
Whoever is doing the laundry behind the big top has got the best supplies, and we need to read the ingredients. Can we please see the scent list? All right, y'all. Back to the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. We are starting our list with.
Ooh.
How did we not see that coming? Of course, Anchorwood. Beautiful, y'all. I love this. And it's kind of the oud from Oud Spice, maybe. You know?
Yeah, it's lighter. It's that lighter type of oud. I don't know how, but it's like when I see it, I visualize more of a gray than like a black.
Right. Oh, 100%. And then going on.
Green tobacco. So it's fresh.
I'm not even sure what that is. Green tobacco. Beautiful. Well, it's a different form of the tobacco. It's a different character. It's a little bit sweeter. It's a little newer, a little younger. So
not the dried up kind. Interesting. And then.
Oh, a fruit. There's the fruit.
Black currant,
y'all,
but it's a sneaky
it is
one.
Not an apricot. It is a black currant. I love that. Well, I only have one recipe of my entire catalog that uses currants. They're almost like a raisin, but they have a less spicy, but a sweeter character to them, and kind of more of a smooth flavor.
Right, not a plummy kind of vibe, like something different. Yeah.
And then.
See, you were right.
Tobacco Absolute. So, like your very young tobacco and maybe your very old tobacco sort of playing together here. And then this note, which is the snake charmer to my nose for some reason. I can't really figure out why, but it is.
Hey Absolute.
Hey. You guys, I love when a hey note is in a soap.
But think of a circus coming to town.
Right.
Like they all have that.
Hay bales. Yes. Everywhere. That was like the foundation of what they built, right?
Yeah. That's why I think I wasn't getting anything woodsy. I was getting that, which makes sense now.
Beautiful. And then Peru balsam. A little bit
there's woods. There you go.
And then.
Straight up smoke.
Smoke, but it's not cade.
Nope.
Nothing is burning. It is not a tobacco smoke. This is a special kind of a smoke. Like you said, a cotton candy kind
I don't know how that's happening, but it's a white color.
And then not oak moss, but...
Spanish moss.
Both applicable to you.
It is.
Interestingly enough.
Interesting.
And then rounding things out
the
with white sage. Beautiful, y'all. So to paint a picture, I think the tobaccos are kind of what open the door. Well, maybe the younger tobacco is the one that opens the door, the green tobacco. And as it's introducing you to the tobacco absolute, the hay comes in and goes, hey, and takes over and pulls you in with the balsam, the smoke. And the smoke for me dissipates rather quickly.
Yeah.
Like I get the sense of it of like, wait, don't smoke, and then it's just gone. And I'm left to discover the rest. I'm not sure how they're doing that.
Okay, and there's no musk listed, but there's something in those absolutes, I think, that are coming together to recreate something in a new way.
That and the Spanish moss, the way that's binding with us. I think that's that clean laundry sense that we're getting. And you know, y'all, you were about to see something special here in the barbershop. Barbershop Duet because the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements lather is one of my absolute favorites and some of the best in the business. So y'all, this is a vegan base. I'm just going to use that much, which Douglas will probably say is too much. And we're going to put this in the bottom of our copper ore KUN bowl. Very fitting choice for an autumnal soap, I think.
That's what I was thinking. It just seemed like the right color here.
And then from Josue himself in New Jersey, he sent us this Yaki Cola brush. And I love the size because it has a heck of a backbone and I can use it like a pencil in the bowl. So I'm doing our patented vertical bloom here. We're just going to wet this soap and let the water hang out at the bottom of the bowl. And then Sarah is going to take it from here. So what she's going to do is she's going to let just a little bit of that water get on the bristles, but mostly she's going to start loading the soap. Do a few swirls, do a few backward swirls. Then she's going to turn the brush a quarter turn. All of a sudden, the bristles are now coming at that soap in an entirely new orientation. Then go the other way, then spin the brush again. Starts to make a spirograph pattern at the bottom of your bowl here, folks.
Yes.
And then once all of that soap, or about 80% of it, is loaded onto the bristles, then slowly, carefully, because this is the sloppy part, go down into the water and reintroduce it into the soap. Ideally, if you use 9 sprays total of your bougie to make your lather, put all 9 in right now. I find that when I have to add water, I don't quite mix it back in the same way. I am getting glorious stuff over here from that.
Whiffs are coming around,
already.
y'all.
Wow.
Oh, wait.
Yo, what I love best about soaps like this, they start with 4 or 5 scent notes that are absolutely strong and well known to your nose, and they put them together in a balance that comes out even stronger and even more new. So you don't sense any of your old friends in it, but the personality it's created is even stronger and somehow even better. That is the magic of something like this. They are all here. They are all beautiful, but this is so much more than the sum of its parts. It's created a brand new identity. And if I were to smell this first thing tomorrow morning, I would instantly already recognize this. And y'all, when we do watch Eugene Wolfarth on the Deacon Shays, we like to see how the lather coats the face. So while we don't do shaving here on the Barbershop Duet, I want you to see what happens with this Phoenix lather when it gets near your moneymaker. Y'all, look at that. That lather learns you. However you like your lather, it will adapt. I used it yesterday. Y'all, my razor was absolutely fearless, and I love that feeling. I'm beginning to appreciate the cushion that this soap offers.
I would agree. Cushion's a good word. It's the perfect amount of cushion to not make you feel nervous when you're using a newer razor or a newer blade that day. Like, you've got a little extra protection here that I do trust, which is super nice.
The other cool thing about this that's very different from a lot of the other PAAs, this smells like it could easily be 150 years old.
Yes, I'd agree.
There is something so utterly uber classic and vintage about this that if you said this is what your great-great-grandfather smelled like, I'd be like, wow, I want to meet that guy.
There's something so calming about this scent. I don't know what the magic is, but like if I had a crazy, crazy day and I needed to just like calm things down, you know, like if you were somewhere and it was just loud and crazy and busy all day and your brain was going too far, I feel like this is the one you'd need to just calm and chill it down and just be in the moment.
Yep. And I love how the green tobacco is almost giving me the sense of that cypress, giving me that beautiful, relaxing, almost like medicinal sense of wood.
Yeah.
Is in this.
Wow.
Fabulous.
Okay, Josue, we could see why you were saying we needed this bad boy.
And you know, there is a splash, and I could not be more excited. Let's take this a little bit deeper.
Oh, is it time?
Yo,
Look
this
at that
is
label.
the
Looks like
action.
a tilt-a-whirl. You know, the rides that you like.
Right,
spinny
you're in the
things?
middle of a Ferris wheel. I love sunburst patterns like that. Look at that. All right, here we go.
Let's see.
Sunburst for a moon.
In its most pure sort of form
Right.
here.
Hey, everybody, listen. Ready? Oh, that's how you know good things.
It's going to be a good day when you hear that sound.
Here we go. Yo, would you like to imbibe?
Yeah, I would. I'm very intrigued. Don't spill on the duck. Or
All
maybe.
right, on the
we
count
won't.
of 3. Ooh, I'm getting lovely sort of boozy wisps.
Oh yeah, that absolute part is definitely a different thing. Okay, well now, hold on.
Whoa.
That took a whole new level.
Oh!
Everything that Marcus liked about this scent just went up
Just
about 20 more percent.
Got better. How do you
like
build
it?
the sense of leather without leather? How do you build the sense of a fruity autumnal sunset?
And that smoky, that's not smoke, but it's not. Cotton candy meets dried ice smoke is here.
Y'all.
And the Tobacco Absolute and Hey Absolute become a whole new friend.
This smells like the excitement of being 10 years old in an adult world. Because when you go to a carnival, let's face it, it's not Gymboree, y'all. It is run by some real folks who are doing their real jobs. And there is always something a little bit spooky and a little bit scary about coming into that carnival world. And somehow this captures that sense of being 10 years old, but catching whiffs of tobacco, catching whiffs of the little parts of that carnival that maybe you shouldn't, the parts that are under the tent and behind the curtain. Those are the senses that I'm getting from this.
It's so interesting because I feel like I'm getting this time warp. Like I was going through my grandma's attic and I found a box and opened it.
Right.
There's something in this that's like, because it did tons of international travel. And I feel like something of like just different garments from different places. Like I'm just getting all of those like scents that come with it.
Right.
That like you just found a time capsule that you just opened.
Yes. And y'all, for me in the last analysis, I think what I love best is the tug of war is extreme. It's between a super dark mystery and a super light spotlight. And somewhere the magic of this is happening in between. It's the dust in the projector beam.
Yeah. And I think like we really needed this in our den. This is the lightest side of fall that we've had, like scent wise.
Right.
A lot of them go a little darker and deeper and stuff. There's something super fun about either if it's daybreak or dusk and that little mystery that's coming through. Like it's a different side.
Yep.
But for sure, we needed this in our den to get us all the way from September through till now. Like it's that type of scent.
And if you took a wrong turn between Grove and Briar, you might have wound up here.
I can see that.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be 8 years old at the carnival, and when your wiffle ball lands in the tuna can that's got the blue lid on it, why, you're going to win yourself an absolutely free goldfish in a plastic bag. And on the way home, you just need to grab a bowl and some food and an aerator and some medicine in case you get sick. Well, 40, 50 bucks later, you're going to get your own. So head over to their website at phoenixartisanaccoutrements.com. Or even better, do it by way of the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, which lets them know that we sent you, and it gives us back a small percentage of the sale, which we'll probably spend on soap so we can make more episodes. It's at no cost to you, and we would be grateful. Well, I've had my shave, y'all. With Harvest Moon, the last few seconds of dusk before your shadow vanishes for the night. This is the smell of the store where you bought your monkey's paw. I adore this, the most mysterious scent in our den. And y'all, this base, I was talking to Josue, probably the best base in the business for holding a scent in all of its nooks and crannies in its best form. I love this. Thanks, y'all. Oh, welcome to Messages.
Clearly he's enjoying himself way too much over there. But for our November giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to win $20 to Murphy and McNeil.
Yeah, y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible for our giveaway is to send us an email here. We sent you at thebarbershopduet.com. Mention Murphy and McNeil. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back on our very first Christmas episode, the first week of December, when our Alexa helps us choose our lucky number on the show.
Best of luck. All right, I had no idea what to expect with this. And after reading that list and trying to even digest all of this, it has a fun, mysterious side that I think is just going to keep bringing you back for more and more whiffs.
That's it. Y'all, if you ever listen to Art Bell, if you are a fan of the Y-Files, if you know what the Mandela effect is, there is something about this that is going to speak to your inner child. This is the scent of mystery and wonder.
But like the kind that you lean into because you just want to figure it out. You don't run for the hills. There's just something so intriguing, you can't look away.
This is the scent of the last kid left at the magic show.
Yeah.
Smoke without smoke. Tobacco without tobacco. This is a magic show in 1904.
Or maybe it is a barbershop on Mars. I wouldn't say that's completely wrong.
You know, there are a few folks who might know in 8 to 10 months.
Ah, see, there you go. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.